Y'all go ahead and light that chat up with them purple hearts for Keke before she get on in here, y'all. Come on, come on, come on. Y'all drop some purple hearts. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? We are back again. We are back again. Listen, y'all, I appreciate y'all for joining me. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. I hope y'all doing all right. I hope y'all doing all right. We're gonna have a good time tonight. We're gonna have a good time tonight. I know we're gonna be a little messy, but we're gonna also ask some good questions as well. Okay, but we're gonna be a little messy tonight. Okay, y'all already know what's up. A little messy, that's it. But anyway, y'all. So for those of you that don't know, we love cousin Keke over here. She is our cousin for sure over here. But we want to have a conversation with Keke, y'all, and we know Keke love to answer some questions, y'all, and that's what I like, her transparency. So listen, we about to get into some things, okay? So without further ado, I do want to welcome Keke on over. There are 122 in the feed. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure you drop them purple hearts for our good girl over here. Okay. Period. We know purple is royalty. Okay. Anyway, without further ado, let's bring on Miss Keke. What's going on, Keke?
Hello. How are
How
you
you
guys?
doing?
It's so nice being here. Thank you for
Listen,
so much.
we
Oh, and by the way, thank you for introducing me with my favorite color, the color purple. I
okay,
could not
period.
nothing could have made me feel more comfortable. Thank you.
Oh, listen, you got to kick off your shoes and relax your feet on over here. This is home for you, okay? We here with the
Hey,
purple. We
say
dropping
no
it in
more. Relax.
the key. We
Hey,
are finally here. We are
yeah,
finally here.
finally.
I want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to interview you. I definitely got some questions for you in child check. I'm pretty sure got some messy questions too.
Ooh, I'm
But
sure. I'm sure.
but first, I want to say, we love you on the show. We love you on the show.
Thank
Okay. So I know you get this from everybody, but
you.
what got you on the show this season?
Well,
Like what led up to it?
this season, um Melody actually called and asked me if I would be, interested in filming with the show, this season. I said, absolutely. I filmed with the show before, a few times before, so I definitely had no problem filming this time. And immediately after she had asked me, then production and everybody reached out to me a little bit after that. And but first I made sure that I had a conversation with Tisha and with Wanda, and I had a conversation with Marisa Marceau as well about me coming onto the show.
Really? I
Yes.
wonder, did anybody know that? This the
I
first time
don't
you
know.
dropping that tea? Or the
I
first time you dropping that little bit?
I don't
'Cause
know.
they act like they surprised, child.
Yeah, that's what kind of threw me. Um, yeah, they all knew that I was coming out to the show because I had a conversation, I believe, with Wanda first, and then because I just so happened to talk to her first. But I had been meaning to call Tisha because I was gonna have that conversation with her before I did one scene, hands down. You know,
Period. Right.
I wanted to make sure everything was good, and at that time, when I told her, everything was good. You know,
Wow.
so I
Okay.
thought,
Are you
oh,
already dropping stuff? Well, at least I didn't know, child. At least I didn't know that you had this conversation with them prior to. Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
I had, and because they had also, asked Tisha, what about bringing your cousin onto the show, and yeah, so I don't know what happened with that. So
Hmm. Okay, listen. See, this is why I like you. I love you because you are transparent. So listen, I want to get into I just want to go ahead and get into it.
no.
Before we went on a hiatus from the show, there was this rumor that there was a huge secret out about you and
Mm-hmm.
something, and we just didn't want it to be out, right?
Right.
Um, we found out this past Saturday what that secret was.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, I want to say thank you for your transparency and thank you for being open because it to be on that side of things, I've
Mm-hmm.
been before in 2019, so I know
Really?
exactly what that feels like.
Oh yeah.
Um,
It's
my rehab took about 4 months though. It was pretty bad.
yeah, and it most of the time it is. It's a extremely difficult thing to go through, and it's one of those things that if you've never gone through it, you really don't know how devastating it is. You can have empathy, you can sympathize with someone who's gone through it, you can cry with someone who's gone through it, but until you've been directly affected by it, you have no idea what it's like. Even people who are hurt by it because their immediate family might be going through the problem, but I still don't think that people realize the ramifications of what that person is actually carrying and going through in their day-to-day life.
And I think too in that moment, um, what a lot of people could take away from the conversation that you had with Mel. Mel told you that it was like your cousin kind of laughed while telling in a way that I feel like was still a disrespectful way because I feel like you should allow that person to be comfortable with talking about it. You know what I mean? Like that.
Especially not in a jovial type, way. Um, and you'll see us go into that a little bit more at the reunion. That we definitely have a discussion about that. And so you guys, the audience, will be able to kind of see, our different viewpoints pertaining to that at the reunion.
Ooh, child.
Yeah, it's that was very difficult, and it was very hurtful for me to even hear it, whether it's true or not. Just the prospect of it actually being true, that was hurtful enough, let alone it actually being true.
Yeah,
And
and you have to.
know to this day if it's actually true or not. But you do see, us discussing that more in more detail at the reunion.
Did you just say you don't know whether it's true or not still?
You'll see. You'll see what once you watch the reunion, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I can't give too much away on that.
Okay.
So you'll see. Just hey, keep tuning in.
Well, again, I appreciate you for your openness and your transparency because that's not easy. It's not easy
It's
being in
not.
front of the cameras, especially you're not even main cast.
No.
So that had to be an extra burden to do. So shout out to you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for that because I know you helped a lot of people. You helped a lot of
You
people.
know what? And hopefully this is only the very tip of the iceberg because I plan to help hundreds, thousands, if I can, millions more. And
Absolutely.
I really mean that. That's what I'm passionate about. That's what made me so comfortable telling the story. Yeah, it was I was nervous and I had anticipation about how it was going to come over. I didn't really worry about what people who didn't support me were going to say, but I did worry about how people who were already fans going to view me, if people were going to see me differently, if they were going to miss the message that I have behind my, traumatic life experience, that I want to push forward the message of help to other people around the world dealing with
Absolutely.
this issue. I didn't want the message to get lost in everything that's going on. So now that I see so much support, I mean, you guys rock. It is so, I've been shown so much love and support that it makes my heart smile. It gives me the sense to push and move forward even more. You
Yeah.
guys are doing that. You guys are giving me the stamina, the energy, the willpower to push forward through this and say, you know what, if I have to sacrifice my story and put myself out there in order for more people to be saved, then I'm willing to do that because I got a lot of people backing me and support me. That was awesome for me. Thank y'all. I cannot thank the audience enough for that. Thank y'all so much.
Absolutely, and they is dropping so much love in the comments. There is 236 people watching us.
Oh wow.
So,
I Purple Hearts, y'all.
listen,
Thank y'all.
they are dropping these purple hearts. They are showing love to you, Kiki. So,
Love
thank you
it.
so much. So, I want to ask you this. There were a couple of questions, and y'all, the comments, y'all can go ahead and drop some questions as well. Go ahead and drop some questions. Kiki is definitely gonna be willing
Oh
to
my God, they
answer
are.
some of
I
them. So
mean, they are just. I'm about to cry. All these Purple Hearts, y'all. Thank y'all. Oh my
they
God.
are literally in here tonight. They're in here
Oh,
tonight.
this is amazing. It's amazing to watch, and that's
Yes,
why
you have love.
I'm gonna take y'all. Y'all will get to see the start of my journey from this point, and get to see what I flourish into as I chase my dreams to help more people come out of things like this.
Yes, yes. I
Up.
love it. I love it. I love it. Let me ask you this. You're married. So what does your family, your immediate family feel about kind of some of the things that are going on? More so your husband. Like, what is his thoughts? How is he able to cope with these types of things with you as well?
You know what? My husband, he doesn't particularly care for it so much, but he understands that it's necessary. He knows the type of person I am, the type of personality that I have. And my personality, it just can't be limited. It can't be bottled up and stuffed into a bottle with a cap on to stay. I have a light within me that I have to allow to shine in order to get my story out and bring other people out of darkness to light, then I'll lend them some of mine. I'll lend them some of my light so that we can do this thing together. Because this is such
Yeah.
a hard, oh God, it's so hard to go through any kind of addiction, any type of addiction. you know. So I just want to make sure that I'm giving enough of myself that I can be there for other people, you know. And my husband, I think that he understands that. He's not like me. He doesn't necessarily like the nightlife, all that. I mean the not nightlife, but the
The camera life, the
yeah,
being out
he
there.
doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's not necessarily for that. He's more of a behind the scenes type of person. He will do it to sacrifice for me, but he's more reserved than I am. I'm a people's person, and he is too when he's around people, but he doesn't care to share the intimate life details that he's gone through with the public. He just doesn't. But since he knows that for me, it's a must. It's a must. I did not go through all of that hell to hold it back and not share it and help other people come through to the other side. I didn't go through all of that just for me. And I know that.
absolutely.
I understand that. So I'm willing to do what God has placed me on this earth to do. I'm willing to live out my purpose, tell my story in my words, my way, and in the process help as many people as I possibly can.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It's 270 people in here, and they is steady dropping
Oh,
these purple hearts. They
I know.
are steady
I love
dropping
it. I
these
keep seeing them
purple
come
hearts.
through. And I'm like, yes, y'all come through with the purple hearts. I love it. I love
Yes, yes, they're loving us. They're loving us. Now, um, oh, someone asked a great question. They said, Kiki, would you be willing to sponsor anyone in recovery? What well, let's flip that a little bit. Let's
it.
flip that a little bit. What
Okay.
type of resources
hmm
did you have to go through that you may can drop as a nugget for someone actually dealing with this now? Like what type of resources are there out there that may be available to people who don't know?
I actually found some local programs that were specific to Huntsville, but I'm sure that cities all across the US have these same types of programs available, as well. I chose to do an outpatient. Well, let me say this: the first time I went to rehab, I chose to do an inpatient type stay at Bradford. I know that's one of the more common um, household names of addiction specialists, around the U.S. So I chose Bradford, and Bradford was very effective for me as well. However, I did relapse, and once I relapsed, I said I tried this other program that just didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. Everybody has to find a program that is going to cater to what they need. So I found an outpatient program here that caters to exactly what I needed. And, it was medicated. It was also assisted medication as well, given to help avoid withdrawals, because that's one of the number one things that people don't understand how people can't stop using. It's because people don't want to face those withdrawals. They are hell. They
Yeah,
are
yeah.
hell, so you get nervous even thinking about going through withdrawal. So you'll do you'll make sure that you have enough of that substance so that you won't have to fear or face going into withdrawals. It's no joke. I've never felt anything like that in my life. And I'm telling you, I was one of those nevers. I was one of those who would be like, you know what? There's no way I'd ever use any kind of drugs. I'd never take any kind of drugs. I'd never do this. Life has taught me more than anything else.
Never say
Watch
never.
your mouth and never say never. I switched those words. Now I allow God to lead me, and I say, you know what, God, I pray that I'm never in that type of situation. And if I am, I pray that you show me the way out in a way to deal with it. I just switch my words because you never know how life is going to hit you and impact you. When I tell you, I thought I was the last person who would ever be an addict,
Mm,
ever. And so did the people around me. They thought that as well.
right.
And that people have to realize it does not have a color, it does not have a look. You know, even when I was in rehab, the inpatient rehab, you know, I was in there with all women, and they would always tell me, babe, you just, of course, I was way younger then, you know, because this was like maybe 6, 7 years ago. So they would always tell me, you don't look like you belong here. And I'm like, well, I do. I belong here just as much as you do. And
Mhm.
it was so cute how all of the ladies who were there, they all wrote me letters because they were so inspired and impacted by the words that I comforted them with. And I want to have that type of effect on the world, honestly.
And it's a good feeling when you know that you've impacted so many people in that particular
Absolutely.
way.
Absolutely.
It's a really good feeling because what it does is it helps you along the journey. Because let's just face it, anytime that you go through an addiction, the possibility of you being able to relapse is always high. It's
Right.
always high. So when
Always.
you have the support around you, when you're able to do it, and when you're able to teach other people around you how to get through it, it
Mhm.
helps you be able to get through it, you know? That's
Right.
how I've learned to cope with so much pain. And
Mhm.
typically with me, I
Right.
tell people kind of all the time, I'm used to taking blows. You know, I'm used to taking blows.
Yeah.
And so it has to it gotta be a big one to knock me down because it's like
Right.
David and Goliath over here. You got to keep on trying. But I
Exactly.
think,
Like much as I've been through, you got to really
yeah,
come with something. If you think
yeah,
that you gonna make me fold under pressure, nah,
come on.
you
That's
gotta.
how I feel.
That's why
Yeah.
people are asking me about people like threatening me and stuff. You better come with it. You better come with it. I ain't scared at all.
Okay. Ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody
At
scared.
all. You better
Now
believe.
with this being said, now um I know you can't give us too much about the reunion, okay?
Mhm.
I know you can't. I know you can't. But I broke a story a couple
Uh-huh.
weeks ago when the reunion hit.
Hmm.
So in the photo, I see that there is something sitting next to Wanda.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
And I zoom in. I made a whole thumbnail about it, baby. And I zoomed into this and I said, "What is this?
That
What
is
is
funny.
this?" And so, I found out that it was a puppet.
Uh-huh.
I found out that it was a puppet. So without giving too much, did did the prop land, or did was it kind of like
You
just
know
like
what?
kind of laugh about it?
I'm just gonna say I found it to be absolutely hilarious. But I just got it. People have got right. People I'm, I'm with that. I'm with that. I was the same way. I'm telling you, but people are gonna have to watch and kind of gauge for themselves how they want to, take it. But it was most definitely entertaining, to say the least.
Well, listen, because when I when I zoomed in, I said, "Now wait a minute. Somebody brought a prop." Now you ought
Oh,
to know from watching the Housewives. You better be careful when you bring a prop because
right,
props sometimes they land, but most of the time they don't because this is
right.
not no acting set. Okay.
And props have been known to make people get into physical fights and everything. So,
Okay, so
you
I'm
know,
like, no, not a problem, not a problem. Well,
yeah.
listen, thank you for that because that confirmed me because I was like, did the prop land or was it a little hilarious? But you confirmed it for me, baby. So we good.
I can't, that's one of the parts that I honestly I can't wait for y'all to see.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Now, with this being your first reunion experience, how
Hmm.
was that for you overall? Again, without giving us too much, how was it for you overall? First of all, before you answer that, let's talk about your look, honey.
Okay.
You
Get
came to
into it.
slay the girls, okay?
Thank
You
you.
came to
Thank
slay
you.
the girls. You looked wonderful. I mean, absolutely stunning and beautiful. I mean, from head to I mean, you was on it. So I
Thank
have to
you.
say you looked absolutely beautiful. But
Thank you.
again, how was that experience for you being like your first full reunion of being, you know?
Oh my God, it was a lot of fun for me. Like it really was,
Good.
even just getting to, of course, I'm new, so I don't have my teams, well put together yet and things like that. So, of course, things were all over the place, with my preparation. But these are the types of things. I'm a real girly girl. I've always loved to dress up. I've always loved hair, makeup. Now I must admit, my look has not been hitting as well on the show. And the people who know me, they're like, "You look like yourself on the show." I'm like, "I know," but people don't realize things look so different on TV than they look in person. And what
Absolutely.
I've also noticed is for TV, you have to kind of amp things up and kind of over exaggerate things for it to come off well. There are just certain things you have to learn about the camera and how to move forward with looking your best self. But I've always been like a fashionista. Like when I was an English professor, every single day at work, oh, I was coming with the hair, with the makeup, with the outfit. People used to tell me, "You come to work every single day looking like you stepped out of a magazine."
I believe it.
So doing things like that for me is so much fun. So I got together with my mom, my grandmother, my sisters, my best friends, and my cousins, we had a ball, a blast pulling everything together. It was so much fun. I ended
I'm
up
here
getting my
for
dress.
it.
I left that day at 4 o'clock that morning because my plane left at like 5:35, and I got my dress, the one that I decided to wear, literally at 2 o'clock that morning. That's how hectic everything was. I had other
Ooh.
dresses, but when I saw the dress that I decided to wear, pictures don't do it justice. It's beautiful because the colors shift when you see it.
Oh,
The
when
colors
oh my
go from
goodness.
green to orange, and it's like those very pretty fall colors. And just the way that
Yes.
they shift right before your very eyes, it's a beautiful gown. It's a beautiful gown.
I believe it, cause honey, when I was like, "Come on, Kiki," I mean, you should have waited to post a picture, baby, cause all the cast hadn't posted a picture. I was like, "Look at Kiki, baby." Kiki said she didn't come to play with none of y'all. Okay, period. Um, for those of you that did not get to see it, I will put Kiki's look up here in just a moment because she looked absolutely phenomenal. But
Thank you.
for you to have a fun experience, for this to be your first reunion, you had a fun experience.
I did.
I just have to say that's amazing. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. Now
Thank you.
let's get into the mess. Okay.
Okay.
Let's get into a little bit of the mess
What
now.
we do
Wait, I
best,
do
the
have
best.
one other question to ask you before we do get
Okay.
into the mess. This question is, what are you doing now for, is that a cream soda?
It is. This
Come
is my
on, Chris.
favorite
I
soda.
swear. Listen,
I
I'm
love cream
country.
soda.
I'm from West Texas. Cream soda. Everybody in my family used to drink sweet tea, but me and my
uh-huh.
grandmama, oh, we had cream soda every time we ate something. We had us some cream
Yes,
soda.
I love me a good cold cream soda. That is my favorite
Yes.
soda.
So I want to ask you this, like
Okay.
now with you being, what are you doing for a living? Like, especially with this coming out now,
Hmm.
like what are you doing every day, business wise, living wise? And how, since you've come out with your secret, how has that been for you? Like the
You know
process?
what? It's been since I've come out with it. It's been quite a thrill to see so much love and support, being given. And of course, like I said earlier, that's put a fire in my bosom. That's just made me want to go move forward and delve deeper into what I know the purpose for my life is. Um, as far as me professionally, right now, I actually left my job right before the pandemic because I thought that I was going to, leave there, publish my works that I've written, and just kind of, take off from there. Maybe start some kind of maybe start a YouTube channel and start working on like my talk show, because my undergrad is in communications with a concentration in performance. I always thought I'd be a news anchor. I've always wanted to do TV. I can't lie about that. I always thought that I'd be a news anchor and then venture from that into having my own talk show. You know, I've always admired Oprah and her career. So if I could center my career around anyone to use as an example, that's what it would be. I would kind of mix and mingle. I would do some acting. I would do some, philanthropic work. I'd have my talk show going on. I'd be publishing my works, my books, my short stories, my novels, all of that stuff. So right now, I'm in the process. I have big dreams. Okay, I can't lie. My dreams, and sometimes I get frustrated because
Mhm.
I feel like my dreams are too big. And it's very frustrating when God has put a lot in your heart and you have no idea how it's going to come into manifestation. You just know that it's there, and you have to trust him and just walk each step day by day to try to see if you can get to it. And that's where I am. I'm in the process of finishing some of my works. I've finished the content of a children's book, but I'm working on editing it so that the illustrator can finish illustrating the book, and so that we can do the pagination and stuff like that and go on and put that out there. I'm also working on an autobiography for the life of my grandfather. He has an amazing story to tell, and that's gonna take some time because I have to
And one
travel to
thing
his hometown, and me and granddaddy have to have discussions, and it's so much
yes.
I have in store for that. I plan to, write about my own life story to encourage people, the things that I have gone through thus far, and I know I still have a long way to go, but I feel like where I have been can most definitely help other people. So right now, I'm just trying to figure out a formula for becoming an established author, and trying to figure out how I can become a spokesperson for helping people who are dealing with addiction, life challenges, or anything that they might be dealing with. As a professor, I helped a lot of students. I helped guide them into their professional lives. So I've inspired a lot of students, and it gives me great joy when they write me and say, thank you for all that you put into me as a teacher. You really cared, and I appreciate that. So I love that. I love that feeling. It gives me so much gratification to know that I'm putting myself, I'm sorry, to the side, and I'm helping other people. Sorry about that. Wait a minute. Now I can't hear you. Dang on it. What have I done? Okay, there you
Now
go.
can you hear me? Okay. No, I was gonna say you good, you good, you good.
Okay.
You know, I that's super dope. That's dope. I definitely would have to say it
If
takes
it's
a
even
real
more dope,
courageous.
I can actually figure out how I'm, going to do it, but it's coming. Trust me.
Well,
Trust me.
you know what the old people used to say. Well, and it's biblical too.
Hmm.
God writes out the plan, and it's his, right?
Right.
Timing is everything, is his
Hmm.
plan. We write out the plan, we pray about the plan, and we just keep praying and hoping that God helps us to execute the plan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So straight
Right.
positivity is,
Make it plain.
yep, make it plain. You got to
Make
write
it
it out and make it
And I've
plain.
done that. I have so many journals where I've written in detail. I mean, specific pages and pages of the things that are in my dreams and the things that I want to accomplish before I leave this world. There's a song. Beyonce is one of my favorite artists. I am a beehiver. So there's
Okay.
a song, and it's called "I Was Here." I lived, I loved, I was here. I've done things that I, wanted, and they were more than I thought they would be. I want to live my life in a way that even when I'm gone, I have left a legacy that speaks for itself, that still continues to give, to motivate,
Exactly.
to encourage. You know, that's my.
Exactly.
I want the world to
Exactly.
know that I was here, and I want to feel every bit of it while I'm living.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody said, and the comment is probably too far up now, but somebody said your charisma, your personality, and something shines so bright, it brings haters. Um, and the comment was everything to me. And I tried to start, but the comments were going pretty fast. There's 412 people watching us.
Oh wow! Well,
So
thank you.
they're showing you mad, mad love.
I love
So
it because
let's
honestly, I'm just being. This is just me, y'all. I don't
we
mind.
love it.
I'm an open book, and you know what? Teacher used to ask me when we were like in high school, "Why do you tell all your business?" Because honestly, I'm just an open book. I don't feel like I don't do any. Well, I have done things I'm ashamed of, but I'm not ashamed of facing, those things that I have done, and being a grown woman and owning the things that I've done. You got to face
Well,
it. What it
she
is.
might should tell some of hers before people start telling it. But that's all I'm gonna say. People. I'm just saying. But anyway, let's get into the mess. Let's get into the mess
Let's
because I know
get
the people
into
want
it.
to hear some mess. Okay, this is
Okay.
the first thing I want to ask you, and I
Uh-huh.
still don't know if you ever went back and watched the video. Remember, I told you that there was someone who said they had called in on my show, and
Hmm.
they said that they were related to Wanda. They were a cousin of Wanda's, and they mentioned you and all this kind of stuff, right?
Hmm.
Now, some of the stuff we as viewers found to be a little bit inconsistent. But then some of the stuff we have found to be confirmed with, and I know you're not gonna say her name, your aunt's name, but I will, okay? Because Wanda already know what's up with me. But so for me, I have you listened to the video?
Wait, which video again?
So it was a video of someone who called in on my show one
Oh,
morning,
I have
and
heard.
they
I have not heard the entire video, but I have heard some of it. Yes.
okay. So uh they over here in the comments telling me to do the Wanda voice. I probably am gonna do it because I need you to laugh. It's
Oh my
funny. It's
goodness.
funny. So I need you to laugh. We're gonna do it here in a minute. But
Okay. Okay.
so I, I was just a little confused.
Mhm.
And I want you to let us know. Um did you find any of that to be true? Like, was some of it true? That the part that you heard, of course. Like,
Mhm.
did you hear
You know what?
truths?
I have absolutely no idea who that is. There were there were some things that were actually true, but there were some things that it was kind of like hit or miss. There were some things that were far fetched and far from true. So I don't know exactly who that is calling, trying to expose whatever they want to expose, but everything was not accurate. I can't say that.
Okay. And I figured that just by listening. And the chat even knew too. Like, they was like, she seemed to be a little fishy. It
Right.
kind of gave me like an obsessed fan, is what
Hmm.
it gave me a little bit.
And
But
possibly.
let's confirm something though.
Okay.
Wanda done an interview after that saying she knew who the person was.
Hmm.
So the lady said in the actual phone call, she ended the phone call by saying, "Oh, I'm gonna have to call." And y'all may in the comments know the name. I can't remember the Roshonda,
Rosh-
I Roshonda. Okay, so you know who
Rosh-
that is, right?
yeah.
Okay, so she was like, "I'm going to call this particular person and get just a little bit more information." So
Hmm.
Wanda had done an interview after that and confirmed that she knew who this person was.
Hmm.
Now, at first she said my little niece. Then she turned around and said that the person's mother was friends with her mother. So I was a little
Mm.
lost.
Wait,
So
at first
that's
you said my little niece. Speaking of me,
no, not I don't think no,
oh,
she wasn't speaking of you. She was
oh,
just
okay. I
saying
thought I
it
had
could have been one
nothing.
of her little nieces.
Okay,
I think she called all y'all little nieces. I don't know.
yeah, she does. She does call
Okay,
all.
yeah. So she had kind of said all y'all little nieces or whatever the case, and then she turned around and said that the person that it was her mother's that their mother was friends or something like that. However, there were some things that kind of was said that I don't necessarily agree with.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to ask you this, and I don't even know how to really ask this in a way that it doesn't come off like shady as hell.
You know what? Just ask it. It is what it is. And
Where are
I
you
answer
and Tisha's
about
relationship right now?
uh right now, me and Tisha, we're okay. We're cordial, just like the other day we took the kids trick-or-treating. But our daughters, they are absolutely in love with one another. They are best friends and cousins. So we try not to interfere in that because we don't think it's fair that because grown folk can't get their stuff together, we're gonna let it seep down to the kids. That's not fair. So the
Right.
kids don't know anything that's going on between us, and we like to keep it that way. So we show a united front and keep a united front to be able to do things with the kids. And sometimes, we hang out in the process as well. Our relationship is not where it used to be, um, but we have been able to be around each other and be cordial.
Now, now I get that part about the children. I get that part
Mhm.
about the children. Children don't need to know all the grown folk business.
Right.
That's how we was brought up. The children don't need to know the business. But so you're able to put what Marceau has been doing to the side to kind of hang out with Tisha. And I get it. I mean, I know that's your cousin and
Mhm.
blood is thicker than water. I get that
Right.
and I understand that. But how I mean, because I wouldn't be able to make it. I'm just saying.
And, a lot of people wouldn't, and it's so crazy that you say that because of so many of my close friends and family too have been, oh, they've been on me for years about me and Tisha's relationship because they just don't understand. They feel like I keep setting myself up for the okey doke. Okay, the thing is this: she is my first cousin. I love her very much. I do. I can't help the way that I feel. I do love her very much, and I want to see her win. I want to see her excel. I would never wish bad on her and her marriage. I don't want to see her marriage fail. I don't. That would break up a whole family. I don't want to see that family distressed. I love them very much. And because of that love, I try my best to try to forgive as much as I can and move on as best as I can. Even though it's still a sore spot there, not just for that, for a lot of other things too. But that is one of the main, things. But I can't lie to you, the trust is just not where it used to be. I mean, people don't understand. This was my A1 best friend. I told her everything. Everything. And we did a lot together. We had our kids together. We came to Alabama A&M together. We've done a lot of things together. We got married around the same time. And just the simple fact that I feel so betrayed by her, that's hurt me a lot. I mean, it's taken away a best friend for me. It's taken away a great cousin relationship that I thought we had from me. And it's really interrupted the circle and the people that I thought genuinely cared for me and had my back. I feel duped in that way. And I hate that because so many people kept telling me over and over, you know, she is not really your friend. She is not looking out for your best interest. And I refuse to believe that. I would always take up for her. And I just felt like maybe people didn't understand her. But honestly, they've proven to be true based off of things that I've seen and we've gone through in the past, few years or so. And that's unfortunate. I don't want to beef with my cousin. I don't.
Right.
But
Well, I got my Wanda voice here, baby. We gonna make it a little bit louder. Hey y'all, how y'all
hey y'all.
doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Oh my goodness. Y'all crazy.
Listen,
Crazy,
we got a little
crazy.
stuff we do over.
How
But
you
no,
doing?
how you doing?
That's
Listen, I got
her.
that part down.
Right.
But that's big of you. It's really big of you because I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't. Number one, I don't like that scene that we seen at the potato event where you and Marcel were going back and forth. Like that
Mhm,
really was like something. I was just like, what can this thing be? Because it's bothering the viewers, right?
mhm,
Because we consistently see you gaslight your wife, but now you're gonna try to gaslight her cousin
mm.
into something that we just ain't really here for. And for
Neither.
me, it really bothered me in a major way. And I
Mhm,
wonder how you were able to literally try to get over that type of stuff because it just feels like you, and I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just gonna be honest. It feels like your family is jealous of you.
mm,
It feels like there's a lot of envy there. If and that's just from a viewer's perspective looking in. That's just what
mhm.
it looks like, and I'm just calling a spade a spade.
Right.
So I think for me, that's why I have it gives me jealousy, and it also gives me that you may know something and they're afraid of what you are capable of doing.
Mhm.
If that makes sense. So
Absolutely.
I think for them, it's a cluster of things that shield the fact that your relationship with Tisha just probably honestly, as long as they're on the show, it'll probably never get back to where it was.
Yeah.
Only because of how far they've gone for the show.
Mhm. And that's extremely unfortunate. I hate that. I definitely I will let viewers come to their own discovery about if they whether they see and sense jealousy or envy coming from different parties or not. One thing I can tell you assuredly is that I have never ever been jealous of my cousin, ever. So the fact that people tried to put that out there as if I was, she's never had to deal with jealousy from me. I've never acted any kind of way but excited for her when good things happen. And I was 100% excited. When we had a great relationship, when Marcel would get ready to surprise her, he'd run it through me first. I've
Mm,
driven, I had driven all of her cars before she got a chance to drive them. Because Marcel would bring them to me and ask me if I liked it and if I thought she'd like it. And I'd be like, absolutely. I drove a Range Rover first. I drove the Benz first. I was that girl who was always going to support my cousin. And I was that girl who was always gonna ride or die or jump for her if need be. And honestly, I still would jump for her if need be. You know, um, I
take a
don't.
real one, child.
I did not grow up. to, my mom didn't raise me to compete or be jealous because I had younger sisters. My mom raised
Right.
me to be a leader. She raised me to be accountable. She raised me to be smart. She raised me to have the most upstanding morals and values that I could possibly have and be a leader for the young ones who were coming behind me. So I've always
Absolutely.
exhibited those type of traits. I've always been a helper to other girls and other women. I've never been someone who was going to compete or someone who's envious. I believe in the beauty of the differences of us all. You know, that's what
Absolutely.
makes us so cool. We get to be who we are, and there's nobody in the world like us. That's so dope to me. So if I can, uplift you in your differences and your beauty, then I honestly want that same thing reciprocated. But please don't, how can I say this? Just because you see that I'm loved in this way doesn't mean that I've forgotten about you, if that makes sense. Or that I
Right.
love
Right.
you any less. Just because I have best friends doesn't mean that I don't still love you and still want to hang out with you. It doesn't mean I love you any less because I've gained another friend over here, if that makes sense. I things are just not a competition with me. They're not. I love being around different people. I have a lot of best friends, and they are real, true, authentic best friends. So, in a lot of this, I felt like my character, if not anything, should speak for itself. I've never done anything disloyal to any of my friends. They can all vouch for me. They will all vouch for me. And
Absolutely.
my cousin knows that. So it kind of bothers me that she would allow the perception to go on as Marceau tries to paint me as somebody that I'm not, that I've never been. But what I appreciate is that this audience, you can't fool them. They caught it.
N-
They called it, and I did not have to say a word because I was really praying about that. Like, God, you know how I am. You know I've only ever wanted to see her and tried to help her win. You know that, God. And not to say that she hasn't done that for me too. She's uplifted me. She's given me kind words and helped me through certain situations or whatever. We've done that to each other. And not to say that I'm perfect and I haven't done any wrong things to her. I most definitely have, you know.
right.
But
Right.
nothing shady and malicious. That's for true. That's for sure. Nothing ever shady and malicious. Did we have little spats and arguments and fights? Absolutely. What girls don't? What
As
girls?
as as friend. I mean, as family. And let me just
Right.
say this. I when I hear you talk about this, I see and hear hurt.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I think the biggest takeaway from your relationship with Tisha is the cameras change a lot.
Oh yeah. And I
And I
I didn't.
you didn't expect for them to. And
Mm-mm.
the crazy thing is like as you guys go into a new season, and I don't know if you've gotten any notification that you'll be on a new season or whatever the case may be. But
We'll see.
if y'all are rolling, ooh,
We will see. We will see.
we manifesting it, child. We manifesting it. We
Hallelujah.
manifesting it. Season, what is it gonna be? Season 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. Whatever season it's gonna be, we manifesting that you're gonna be on there. You're gonna be on our TV
Right.
screens, and we're gonna be happy about it.
Hey,
Um,
I receive it in the mighty name of Jesus. You
listen,
know what? If not, then what God has for me is for me. And
it's for you. I tell
I'm
my
away.
people that all the time, like what God has. So I don't know if you saw, like I had an interview with Mel before you.
Yeah,
Well, it was a little
I
bit
actually
earlier.
didn't get a chance to see it because I had another interview as well. But I most definitely will go back and watch. I
Well,
heard it was
I
really good.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. For me, it was the manifestation of it all. I've
Hmm.
been manifesting things, and we just came out of October, the month of
Hmm.
threes. We celebrated 3K here on the channel, and I've just been telling people to
Congrats.
manifest great things. Like, don't I'm preaching to myself when I say this, but you know how when we're doing something and our day could just kind of be a little off, and we're like, what more can kind of happen to me today, right? We
Yes.
don't realize what we just spoke over our day, right?
Uh-huh.
And so no
Words.
matter if you got an hour left in the day or 30 minutes in the day, speak positivity, speak great things, manifest great
Yes,
things. And again, like I say, it is easier to complain. So I
it is.
totally get it. And when I say that, I'm preaching to myself. Like,
Mm-hmm.
manifestation is so true. Whether you believe, whatever you believe, you know what I mean? Manifestation is real. So I
Absolutely.
have to
100.
say, let's manifest season 6. Okay. We
Absolutely.
manifest in season 6.
I'm going in
Um,
because I know that this is a new season in my life, you know? So I'm going into this season of my life with full expectancy of all of the promises and blessings and anointing and favor that God has over my life. And that's period.
that's
No one,
on period.
no one. And so I thank God now. Thank you, Jesus, that He has lined up some amazing things in my life that's about to happen. I'm about to blow everyone's mind, and y'all gonna go on the journey right with me, right with
And
me.
we appreciate that. We appreciate that. And one thing I have to say too, like, one thing I admire, and I was thinking this, and I should have said it to Mel as well earlier. Thank
Hmm.
you for not being too big to speak to people. You know what
Oh,
I mean? Because
I-
you sometimes you get people that they get up there and they on a few episodes, child, and they
right.
they don't want to come talk to you or nothing like that. You got to go
Hmm.
through all of the 155,000 and 3,500 people just to
Nah.
get to them to get them to respond. So I wanted to say thank you for being so um just open. Like, your transparency is something that is honestly needed on reality TV,
Hmm.
because we have gotten so far away from reality that it's not even it's not
That's
even
true.
funny.
That's
I
so true.
mean, it's just not funny. So I think too, like, they telling me to put your Instagram in the chat. Hold on one second, guys.
Okay.
Can the mods do that? I actually put her Instagram in the description box of the video. Can y'all grab it and put her Instagram in the chat as well so that people can go follow? It's 530 people watching us.
Hey y'all.
So,
Hey five.
like,
Oh, all right
uh,
now.
like, literally, this is so dope. This has been a day of just, I mean, it's been an amazing, amazing, amazing day for me. I'm on a high that I don't think anybody would ever understand. So
Done.
I've done what, like, two other interviews. So I've done an interview maybe a few months ago with Judge Mathis's son,
Uh huh.
Judge Mathis Jr. Super, super dope interview. Of course, I interviewed Scotty. So today has just been amazing. It's been amazing.
Well, you know what? You
Um,
deserve it. You've been working for it. You've been asking for it. You've been working toward it, and now it's happening. So take your time, soak it up, smile, and enjoy every single bit of it.
I appreciate it.
Everything.
I appreciate it. It's been a dope feeling. It's been a super super dope feeling because number one, I was excited about this child. I was so excited because I wanted to talk more. So I mean, of course, we're gonna talk about the mess. We're gonna always talk about the mess. That's gonna always be something to talk about. But for me, I'm all about like business aspects. I'm all about how we're surviving in life. What resources are we using to make it? It's so much going on in this world. I mean,
It is.
literally, you can't put your phone down for 2 seconds before you get a notification from TMZ that
Oh
something
my
didn't
God.
happen.
It's so funny you say that.
So,
notification after notification since we've been, doing this interview, just like back to back to back. It's crazy, and life is just too short. You see what happened to, takeoff, and that
Yes,
is heartbreaking.
very
Heartbreaking.
heartbreaking. Very, very heartbreaking.
You just
I
never
think you never know, and I think too, like, even for me realizing this, like, I'm actually going through an illness right now,
oh
and
no.
try not to get emotional because it's 524 people watching me. But I think too, like,
So
it's
take
just
those 524 prayers.
come on. But for
Yes,
me, um, man, this is tough. This is tough. This
that's
is tough.
okay. Let's
Just
lift it up
because,
in prayer, y'all. No
yes,
weapon, no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
shall
It might
prosper,
come, but it won't prosper.
but it won't prosper. It
It
ain't
won't
gonna make it.
prosper
It ain't gonna make it. It ain't gonna make it.
at all.
Um, they in here being funny. They in here being fun. I mean, they still sitting in the praying hands, but they in here being funny. Talking about that's Wanda trying to get in touch with you. Now, I know you not probably gonna speak on her too much, but I'ma
But
say it.
I
I'ma
did agree with her that I would not. She called me last night because we both realize how how it can get, especially when the family starts getting involved. And we both agree that we don't want it to get too out of hand, because Wanda knows me and I know her. And trust and believe, I ain't scared and I ain't never been scared, and Wanda know that. And I know that she ain't scared and never been scared, and she gonna come at me and I'm gonna go back at her harder, and she gonna come back at me harder and I'm gonna go back at her even harder, and it's gonna get ugly because I'm not gonna back down.
now let me ask you
So
this: is that
I
more
agree.
so to
I want
also spare like your father? Because how does he feel about this?
say that one more time.
Is this also to kind of help like spare your father from getting into it with Wanda? Like, is that more so what it is, to respect his boundaries, or
Oh,
y-
absolutely.
y-
My father, my stepmom, my sisters, my uncles, my aunts, it's the rest of my cousins. It's so
right?
many people in the family that's already torn over this anyway. It's affected, you know, other people in the family. So because of that, we had talked about coming together as a family, and having a family meeting and all of this. It's gotten that far out of hand. So to avoid it going any further, she and I both agreed that, we wouldn't mention each other's name. And I'm okay with that. I agreed. I gave her my word, and I do exactly what I said that I was going to do. Now, I'll say little things, but as far as talking about any of her, business or anything that she has going on, then I respectfully have to decline to say anything about what she has going on. Now, it's something that happened on the show that we all know already, stuff like that. It's cool. But anything further, I'm going to agree to respect the boundaries that we agreed to and leave them that way.
Okay, like I have two more questions for you,
Okay.
and this question. eh, eh,
It's
I
okay.
ain't gonna I ain't gonna ask that one because that one is kind of giving to a Wanda. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Okay.
Um, out of respect, I'll leave that one alone. Um, do y'all have any questions in the comments? Because I think I've asked all my questions. Is Wanda gonna respect the boundaries as well? Well, listen, I'ma say this for Kiki. And Kiki, Wanda, this is me saying it because I know you listening to me. Okay, I know you listening to me. I'ma say this. You do, Wanda. I'ma get you, Wanda. I'ma get you. I'ma get. See, Wanda supposed to come over here on the channel and cook with me. But see,
Uh-huh.
Wanda, no, respectfully, Wanda, no, I'ma let her have
Mm,
she already know. I already told her on another channel. I already told her. I said, You know I'm gonna let you have it. You know
Mhm.
when you wrong, I'm gonna call you out, right? You know that, right? So she already know what's up.
And there's
But
absolutely nothing wrong with that, and that's one of the things that we have to respect about the craft of the bloggers. You guys have a job to do. Some people are going to be more biased towards certain characters, and that's okay. Everybody's not going to like you, and that's okay. The only thing I have a problem with is when people put out false information and don't even say it's alleged. you know that's the only
yeah,
problem I have, is when people are just straight up lying and putting out false information. I do have an issue with that, but I don't have an issue with anybody who's gonna critique a situation, critique a person, tell their thoughts or opinions about the person. You all have that right. If you agree with me, fine. If you don't agree with me, fine. I'm willing to listen. I want to know. I take constructive criticism, so I want to know what people have to say, whether they agree with me or not. And that's the
right.
honest to God's truth.
Okay, okay, okay. Y'all is messy. Y'all messy.
What they say.
Somebody said, question, do you think Wanda hit the like button? Wanda, if you listening to me, you better hit the like button.
I
Don't
know
play
that
with me.
she should have hit the like button just because she saw me. Okay.
Period. And me too. Period. Chef
Okay.
John John just keeping it real. That's all.
All right. So one,
she called me she called
why?
me Chef John John. I just think got used to it at this point, chat.
That
So
is so funny.
prosperity thick girl. We already know who that is. Her question is ask if she thinks Marceau really loves it or likes Tisha in real life. Y'all
Yes,
see.
I do believe that he does love and like her in real life. I do. Teacher she's a great wife. And if he can't see the what an amazing wife she is, then he's dumb as hell. I have to say he's dumb. And if he messed that up, then he's even dumber, because she's a great wife. So if he doesn't, he better. He better.
Mm,
Because I wouldn't hesitate, if he was doing her wrong, to tell her to look elsewhere, or go get a divorce and go and go out there and date again.
right. Now let me ask you this. Is wait a minute. I just seen this question. Okay, what are you close to Bernard? Is Bernard is in your family too, right?
Yes, he's on my dad's side. I'm not close to Bernard, but I do, I've been around Bernard, but we're not close or anything like that. We are family.
Bernard, ooh, Bernard, child. Bernard is something else. Now,
Yeah.
child, um, so someone says, what do you think of Destiny and Tisha's relationship or friendship? I'm sorry.
um the only thing that I can gauge from their friendship, I did think that it was ironic how, Tisha went on and on about sticking to the fact that me and Melody were supposedly becoming friends because of our differences with her, which most definitely was not true. Now, have Mel and I discussed some of our differences with Tisha? Yes, we have. And that's just honest. We have discussed some of the things that she's done to tick me off, some of the things that she's
I
done
think
to
that's normal
help.
though. That's
Huh?
that's normal. That's normal
Right,
conversation, I
right.
think, there.
So
Just as
we
long as you ain't
we
exposing her. I mean,
not just link up and say, well, oh, we both don't like Tisha right now, so we gonna link up and go against her. No, it was absolutely nothing like that. And the only thing I have to say about their relationship is, if you applied that to me and Melody, then why don't you apply that same concept to you and Destiny? And if you don't,
mm,
I want you to see how that's not always the case. That could be stated about you and Destiny. I don't know if that's true or not, but it very well, people could make that argument. And if she were to refute that argument, then I would say, okay, well, I also refute that argument about me and Melody.
Well, honestly, and this is just my opinion, commentating on the show and seeing what I see on the show. Her and Destiny's friendship is kind of, it does look convenient. It
Right.
does look very convenient.
I can
It looks like it is a buildup. Now I get it. In friendships, I think everybody in friendships can grow in some particular area, right?
absolutely.
And I feel like
Yeah,
that in any type of relationship that you're in, you can grow in some type of area. But
100%.
I feel like that's what they definitely give me. And so I'm so glad that you said that, because there was, of course, a question and I think you definitely cleared this up on your live Sunday when you
Mm-hmm.
said how long you have known Mel, because I did make a comment when I did my review, and I gotta be real, gotta be real.
Mm-hmm.
But when Melody gave her confessional, I made a comment and I said, well, Melody and Stormy give me more of a closer relationship than Melody and Kiki does. But
Mm-hmm.
that would only be because we don't see you on camera, or we hadn't seen you on camera in a while as well.
Right.
Now that I think back and kind of go back and evaluate it, we hadn't seen you on camera since the potato event. And of course, Mel wasn't there.
Right.
So for me, that's just from the viewer's perspective, that's just what I got from it, right?
I can see that.
So
Very well see that.
yeah,
But
so I think
there were a lot of scenes with me and Melody that were cut completely out. There
cut
were a
out.
lot of scenes with us.
Mhm.
I can think of at least three right now that were X completely.
Okay. 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 Let's see what else. Let's see. We'll take a few more questions. Um, well, I kind of think she didn't answer that, but they said why is Marcel saying you're lying about,
You know,
excuse me, about your secret?
I honestly have no idea. There's nothing more to the story. That's exactly what it was that they told Mel and Martell. That's exactly what was going on. I was dealing with a pill addiction. I had taken a few pills, and there's nothing. He's putting it out there like there's more to the story. What more to the story is there? That's exactly what it was. I
Did
spoke
he
my truth, and everything I said was the truth.
did
And
he delete that post from off that own page since you've addressed him, or no? Do
I
you
have
know if it's still up?
I never even saw it. Somebody screenshot it and sent it to me. And so I just addressed it, but I never even actually saw the comment.
Okay. Okay. Because I was definitely wondering. I mean, it takes a lot of balls to get on there and tell a lie like that. I
Right.
mean, if a person said that this is what it is, then this is what it is. I mean, I didn't know what to take from that, because I felt like, again, I felt like he was looking for it was an attention seeking moment,
Absolutely.
in my opinion. So
And my thing was, you know what? You've had enough say about my story. Shut up. It's not your
right.
time anymore. It's not your turn. Shut up. And that's just what it is. Shut up. I got it from here. You don't need to speak on it anymore. I have it.
Yeah, I don't really care for people who feel like it's okay for you to tell my business before I'm ready. Especially
Right.
something like that. Because what you don't know is where people are mentally, and that stuff can be a trigger, and it's very traumatic to have to continue to go through. So
Yeah.
it's I don't care how we look at it. I get it, fam. I don't care how we look at it, but I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling it, because
Am I
again, you have to give someone the opportunity to be able to tell their own story.
right?
Because then when somebody start telling your story, regardless of what your story may be, you mad.
Right. And then, he does all these laughing faces, which he disputes that he laughed the first time. But now you laughing at me telling my story again and calling me a liar? Where do they do that at?
I don't know. Thick hips need to calm down. Okay. Thick
Absolutely.
baby, when you said thick hips, let me tell you something.
Yes.
I had literally just took a sip of my drink. I had to clean it up because I had spit it all out. I said, did she just
I
say
love it.
thick
Big
hips?
hips, absolutely. Big booty Judy.
I
Yeah.
said that was a good one, baby. She get a standing ovation for the thick hips, child. Thick hips, thick hips, thick hips.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, I am here for it. Okay, I'm gonna get maybe like 2 or 3 more questions. Then I'm gonna let you go
Okay.
because I know it's like dinner time and stuff like that. Renee is always messy, but I be loving Renee over here. I love Renee over here. Okay, let's see.
Hey,
As
Renee.
what as what did she think about how he treats her in on the show and not wanting to renew their vows, then going on a trip to Africa by himself? Yeah, how
Oh,
do you feel
like
about
just
that?
like the viewers, I hate it. I don't like it at all. I mean, there have been many times I've been watching, things and throwing stuff at the TV. When Marceau says certain things, and when Tisha doesn't respond, like I really want her to respond. I'm like kind of upset with her. Like, come on, Tisha, because she is a strong woman. So I hate that she's portrayed like she's this weak, docile person who doesn't have a backbone to you know, stand up for herself against this narcissist, you know, uh, type husband. I wish she would be a little bit more forceful, but then again, that's her household. She has to do what she has to do to keep her household running. She has to do what she has to do to keep the peace in her household. And I get that. I just have my opinions like anyone else. And Marceau and I, we have always clashed. We've always gone head to head in arguments because we've never agreed on many, many things. I'm that person who gonna go back and forth with him nonstop. And Tisha and my husband, they're the ones that's just kind of sitting in the mist.
I don't think anybody can get along with Marcel. I'm just saying.
Marcel look like he is a very difficult person. Well, I ain't gonna say he looked like. It's one thing about him that really. Well, it's one thing about all of them that I noticed that really burns my buns,
hmm
and it's the fact that they don't never answer the damn question.
Oh, that you know what? That drives me absolutely insane. I've learned to expect that from Marceau, but he goes around in circles and circles and gives all these dang on riddles that he thinks makes him sound super smart. And it's really like, Marceau, shut up and just answer the freaking question. Nobody care about all that bull crap. Shut up. Stop going
That's
around.
it. I
Just
be
answer
like,
the question straight up. And I
bruh.
said this before, Marshall is like one of those students. I taught composition. So he's like one of those students who will write this big essay and the proliferation of the innocence of the age produces such a magnificent glow that it causes you know, what are you talking about? You have this essay full of big words, full of fluff, saying absolutely nothing. Just say what it is. Simply state your point and explain. We're not dumb. We're not three. We don't need nursery rhymes and riddles to figure out what it is that somebody's saying. Okay? Like, get with it.
That's how I be feeling. I be like, oh, I be wanting to jump through this TV screen. I'm like, dude, if you don't answer this question,
Right.
just
Like, just
answer
underline
the
the class.
question. I mean,
Get,
he got to drive you all through Huntsville and through Atlanta and through Florida and back to Huntsville. I be tired of it.
but he definitely evades questions, especially, when Tisha questions him about certain things because he has the audacity to feel like it's disrespectful. And I call bull on that. I call BS on that. But hey,
So it's disrespectful for your wife to come and ask you questions about y'all
right.
marriage.
No, it's not. It's called assurance. And sometimes wives need reassurance, especially when a world is coming at her, throwing all of these things at her. Of course, it's going to make her think. Yes, That doesn't mean that it doesn't take away anything, any of the respect she has for you as a husband. But women are emotional and their emotions are vulnerable. You have to realize that and understand that it's not about logic. It's about emotions. We don't give a damn about no logic. Tell me that you love me and you would never cheat on me. When I ask you,
Just simple. Just
simple,
simple.
simple. And you want to play around in the bed of roses, like, dude, I want to take that bed of roses and twist the thorns around your neck and just
Like, just answer the
right.
question. Just give us what we are asking for. And
Yeah,
I don't
extremely
it's
frustrating.
yeah,
But
and it's always been like for me watching him on TV, it's just always been nerve-wracking. It's always been
right,
nerve-wracking.
so I'm over,
Um,
so over him. Like,
then this is
what the-
a question. Do Marcel have 4 kids?
no, Marshall has 3 kids. He and Tisha
Three.
have 3 kids together, and that's it.
Okay.
I
That's
was the
it.
last one of
That's
them.
that's it. That's it. They only
That's
got
it.
3 children, and that's it.
Look, I saw somebody ask, thank you for the purple hearts, Letitia. I saw somebody ask me if my shoes come in a box. Rest assured
That's a good
that
question.
every last pair of my shoes come in a box. That's why when she said that to me, I was like, they didn't show it. I was like, look, you're the one who like to shop thrifty at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I mean, so do I, but my shoes don't, and it's funny she said that because I'm very particular about that actually. All of I hate for my boxes to get messed up unless I buy the clear containers for my shoes to go in.
Hmm.
Because I like to organize all of my shoes a certain way according to the size of the box. And I turn them a certain way so I can see the picture of the shoes so I can know because I have a million pair of shoes. So I have to
I
be able,
believe it.
what I'm pulling out. So all of my shoes have boxes except for like my flip flops. That's it.
Well, I buy shoes that don't comes in a box, and I'm just fine.
Right. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Did Wanda just come up with that on the fly,
You know what? Wanda
or has
has
she always been saying that?
she has, a few little catchy phrases and sayings that, she likes to say. So I don't think she just came up with it on the fly. I think it's something that maybe she had said before. However, it was the very first time that I'd heard it.
Baby, because when I heard that, I literally called my auntie. My auntie is like, I think my auntie is like 69. I
Hmm.
called her. I said, "How to ask you a question?" My grandmama ain't here no more, so I would, or else I would call her. I said, "Have you ever heard somebody say don't trust no beep that don't
Right.
buy no shoes that don't comes in a box?" She was
Hmm.
like, "Say what now?" Say it again. So I said it to her again. She was like, "I have never heard of such in my life." And I figured because you know what? I'm gonna say this about Wanda. I am gonna say this about Wanda. This is
Hmm.
actually good, right. So Wanda definitely reminds us of that one Annie. Besides all of the other antics that she has, she
Hmm.
does remind us of that one Annie that they just be talking and talking and just go on and go on and on and on and on and on and say all kind of like old school sayings. Like I have an aunt like that that just say a whole bunch of sayings. Like one day were walking and she was talking about somebody and she was like, "Ooh, that child so ugly, he'll break day with his face." I was like, "What? That is the rudest thing to
I love
say." And
that. Oh
where
my
did you like? Where did you?
wait, hold up. Rewind. She said he'll break day.
He will break day with his face.
Oh my God. If you can
I'm
break day
like,
with your face,
girl, what? What?
that's funny. That's funny.
I mean, I'm like, I have never in my life heard of such. Okay,
Right. And
I'm
you
gonna
know,
do.
in the South, there are all kind of euphemisms, you know, that people have and come up with and say, you know, that are funny. My granddad has a lot of them. Oh, my grandfather, he keeps us rolling all the time. I mean, simple things like that you wouldn't even think of. He went and got his eyes checked one day, and we were like, you know, how you doing, granddad? How did your appointment go? You know, how's your sight? He said, I can see two gnats kissing. You can see two gnats kissing.
I love it.
Two of the smallest things that you can think of. You
Yeah,
know,
old
and
people keep me
full of them.
going. Do you hear me?
So right in the South, especially, you're gonna get a lot of older people saying a lot of things like that. And a lot of
Y'all
them
is
actually have some pretty good meanings that actually make sense. Oh my goodness. I
who
love
is
stuff like
it's the
that.
shade. It's the shade. But I'll be here for I'll be here for okay. We got two more questions. Two more questions.
Okay.
Two more questions, y'all. Then we gotta let Kiki go. She gotta get back to her family. Okay. Um ask if you ever had to get in I'm not asking that question.
Uh-oh. What is it? Go ahead.
Ask if you want ever had get it there stealing in okay, wait. Chef Don Don, ask if Wanda, okay, that's what you meant. Wanda ever had to get it there stealing? And if not, is that why her grandpa never wanted her around them? Okay, so it had, I think what she's trying to say is, has she ever been caught or have ever been stealing? And is that the reason why your granddad didn't want them around or didn't
Now
want you around them?
Wanda, has ever been caught stealing or anything like that, y'all have to ask her. Y'all got to ask her that. And as far as my grandfather not wanting me to be around my dad's side of the family, it didn't have anything to do with Wanda stealing. He was just of an old, and I don't agree with this, by the way, okay? Because I don't feel like it was right for my grandfather to disrupt, the relationship between me and my dad's family. However, my granddad was just in the old way of thinking. My dad had not married my mom, and my dad and his mom and siblings, they were living in the projects, and my grandfather was just always against. Just come from that generation of black people who felt like they were too good to take anything from the white man. They were going to get out there and they were going to provide for their family themselves. And they were not
Right.
going to accept any handouts from, the government, because, they just had too much pride for that. So I never forget one time, my grandfather, we had taken somebody to the store and they had food stamps. And this is when food stamps were paper, right?
On paper food
When I
stamps.
tell you my granddaddy would not go anywhere near them because he did not want to be associated with food stamps in any way.
Wow.
But he's just that prideful, and he has worked hard his entire life to provide for his family. He's always, he's had his construction business ever since he was a young adult. And at first, he worked three jobs to be able until he could work his construction job, full time. Well, go into his construction business full time. At first, he worked three jobs to be able to support his family, and once he started working his construction business, he built a very successful business that he's still out there working today. 83 years old, still out there on top of roofs, moving around just like moving. He is an inspiration to watch. And although I don't like the way that my grandfather treated that situation and kept me from my father, I love that man more than anything in the world. He is such an inspiration. And he has to be the most, one of the most admirable people in my life. outside of also my grandmother. He and my grandma have been married for 50 something years. And my
Wow.
mom and my dad as well. So I love all of them, and I hate the friction in the family because I'm affected and I'm torn by it. So I hate that
Right.
granddad did that. However, he is a marvelous man. And I can't wait until I can, because a part of my story is bringing my grandfather along to show y'all where I came
Yes.
from.
Yeah, so
He's
we
a
gonna get to see granddaddy.
yes,
Pa-
absolutely.
Yes, come
Yes,
on. I'm ready. I am ready. I am ready. We already love granddaddy. We already
right.
love granddaddy. We
All of
want
my
to
friends
really love.
call granddaddy granddaddy. He's everybody's granddad. And he genuinely, I get that from him. He genuinely cares about people, and he's always been the one to lecture. One of my friends, we used to always have to listen to a lecture from granddaddy before we left. And we teenagers, we trying to go out, and one of my best friends, she would say, lecture on granddaddy, and granddaddy start going to a lecture. And we would be like, oh man. But he was dropping some very valuable nuggets. He encouraged all of us to get an education, have our own, to marry somebody decent, have your kids by your husband, and raise a nice successful black family and pay it forward. That's what he's all about. That's what he's done and lived an example, for. He's never run around and been in the streets and running around with different women on my grandma. Just almost like a Barack, but older.
Come on. Come
It is.
on,
I mean,
granddaddy.
y'all. I'm definitely gonna introduce you to that man one day.
We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. We already love him. We already love him. I
Yeah,
hear that the community loves him. Okay, so it sounds like somebody knows him in the chat, and they said that the community loves him down. So
absolutely.
listen,
Community loves my grandfather.
I believe it. I believe it. Listen, this has been. I got one
Um,
more messy question, and then we done. I got one more messy question.
okay, bring it. Come on.
Have you been to Scott Manor?
I have not. She told me about it many years ago, but no, I have not. I've not visited just yet.
Okay. Okay. Oh, and then this question right here. I find this to be interesting. Is Wanda known for cooking? And did y'all like eat a lot of her food and stuff growing up like that? You know?
You know what? She is known for cooking, and I don't remember her cooking a lot when we were younger, but as we grew up, she started cooking a lot more and more. I never really I did kind of I have spent some holidays over there where I've gotten to taste Wonder's food, and it was pretty good, but I mostly spent my holidays with my mom's side of the
With your
family,
grandmother.
and my grandma and my mom. I mean, their food is just amazing. My house is where everybody come to eat for Thanksgiving, so I most of the time eat before I go. So,
Hey, ain't
but one
nothing wrong with it.
to cook, she is.
Okay, okay. I be trying to tell her to come on the channel and we compete, have us a good old session and just
She
cook
loved it.
and talk. So
She would.
she already know. I know she listening.
That's right up her alley.
I know she listening. I know she listening.
I'm
Well,
sure.
T baby, she was at the baked potato thing, so I'm sure she done tried the potatoes.
Right. And then, one of my cousins, Wanda's son, T Man, he just had a brand new baby on Halloween, which is the same my youngest baby's birthday. And that's one thing that's so funny about, my dad's side of the family. The cousins, we all have babies around the same time. They share similar birthdays or close birthdays. And that's just one thing about my dad's side of the family. We always have something in common when it comes to having these babies.
Yes, come on. Kiki, first of all, again, this has been absolutely amazing. And I
Yeah.
have to say, I was not expecting 609 people to be
Hey,
watching us.
609.
So I am here for this. This has been absolutely amazing.
I
I
have.
mean, you have dropped some stuff on me that I did not know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And getting clarity on certain things. I'm so thankful for your transparency. That was another thing that I was meaning to tell Mel, but we were on such a time crunch. It's the
Yeah.
transparency part of things. So thank you again for telling your story.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having me. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely, baby. This is home. You're welcome to come back. I would love to
I
talk to you after the reunion, most
absolutely.
definitely,
We most definitely
because
got to make a date to do
after I seen the prop, the
that.
puppet, I'm sure gonna have to see how it landed with everybody else. Cause I said, now wait a minute. I zoomed in that picture. I say, is this a prop? Is this
That
a
is so
puppet?
funny. That's
Are
hilarious.
we bringing these types of things to the reunion? I mean,
So
we haven't
funny. I
learned a
be like,
lesson
how in
yet.
the world do they be getting this stuff?
They are a mess. They are a mess.
Right,
But
right.
thank you so much. This has been
You
amazing.
are
My day
more than
is just like I said. I'm still on the high. I am on the high. It's just been an amazing day. So thank you so much. We
you
look
are so
forward
well.
to talking to you again after the reunion because I sure got some questions to ask. Because I think this is going to be a three-part reunion from what I hear. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm super excited, and we gonna see what's gonna be brought to the table, baby. Because I
We
heard you
shall
held
see.
your own,
Yes,
honey.
and I cannot wait. And just a message to you and the viewers. Again, thank you for having me on. Viewers, all 600, 700, however many it is. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. I see the purple hearts coming in. That's what I'm talking about. Thank y'all so
Yes.
much. I really from the bottom of my heart, I genuinely appreciate your love and support. You guys have made this, awesome for me. You've made it so easy for me to open up and be transparent and tell you all about my journey. You will be hearing more from me. So stay tuned and hey, get ready to look for big things happening in Keisha's life because I'm about to bring it for you.
We excited, Kiki. Again, thank you so much. Again, Queen, you rock. You rock. Don't stop. Don't stop telling your story. Don't stop. Don't stop. You know, even though we can't always see the vision,
Mm-hmm.
it's still there. And
Right.
the more you write it out,
Mm-hmm.
God may be waiting on you to write one more sentence before
Mm,
he make that thing happen. You know what I mean? So I don't think we
absolutely.
ever can do enough. You
I
know,
agree.
when we're chasing our dreams, we can never do enough.
I'm gonna
So
go and write that one more sentence. 2 nights.
yes,
Soon as
like
I get
seriously, sometimes
it.
I literally when my brother told me that one time, he was like, "Have you ever thought that God may just be asking, waiting for you to just write that one sentence that's just been on your mind and
Right.
you ain't wrote it yet?" And listen, there you go.
Exactly.
There you go. So again, thank you so much. Much love to you. And we gonna see you
Thank
after the reunion, honey.
you.
We ready
Yes,
for the
sir.
mess.
I love y'all.
Thank
So
you. You have a great night. Let
you
everybody know
as
we love
well.
them and
You
appreciate them.
already started off, spectacular. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, Chef Dang.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You have a
Bye
good
bye.
night.
You too.
Bye. Bye. All right, y'all. All right. Listen, that was dope. That was pretty dope. That was pretty dope. Y'all, I'm literally on like a super high. Like y'all don't understand. I'm on a high. I really am. Um, I see this starting to lag and stuff like that. I ain't got time for this, child. I ain't got time for this. Hold on 1 second. First of all, I cannot believe that there is 553 people watching me. Okay. So I really hope that you guys like the video. Please like the video. Please make sure you like the video, y'all. That's what I need. I need y'all to push this interview up on in the algorithm, okay? Push it on up in the algorithm. Listen, if you did not get to check my interview with Melody out, please make sure that you check that out. I did re-premiere that so that you guys can see it. I'm gonna read some of y'all comments though, but like I said, if y'all leave out of the chat, make sure you hit the like button first. Oh, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. She does give great interviews, Prosperity. She absolutely does. Thank you so much. Um, 555. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, let's check cash apps and see. Um, so I can thank y'all really quick. Hold on. All right, let's see here. Oh my. Okay, thank you to thank you, Nurse Life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Terry. I appreciate you. You might have sent that during the mail interview, and I'm just now seeing it. But thank you so much. Yeah, yeah. Y'all just don't get it. I'm on a high. Shalika, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, y'all. Shalika, I know you probably busy right now, but I need you one quick second. Just I did do my first content creator course yesterday. And Shalika was the first person who has gone through the course. Shalika, just in the comment section, just let me know, how did you feel about the course? Did you learn some things? How do you feel about it? Just let me know, honey. Let me know how you feel about it. Oh, thank you, boo. Scotty, I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, let me know how you felt about that. Also, y'all, this interview, if you are on Twitter, this interview is also on Twitter, and I'd appreciate it if you all would retweet it. That would be amazing. I think I forgot to uh to retweet that thing. Okay, just did. All right. Ask my booster question, and you know, honestly, y'all, see, that's something that is kind of tough sometimes, being able to ask certain questions certain types of ways. Because sometimes, regardless of how y'all feel, you just can't come out and be asking a mess right off the bat. You can't just ask the mess right off of the bat. You know, you got to ask it in a certain way. But Andre, you've been on one all day. You've been on one all day. You've been on one all day. Okay, let's see here. I loved it. I am really with Canva. Okay, I moved my video to Canva and started playing with it. I also sent you a payment to sponsor a class for anyone interested. Yes, you did, and I did see that. So anyone who wants to take the class, there has been a slot sponsored by Shalika to take the course. The course is 45 minutes. It is recorded. Um, so that you can go back and look at it for your records. But I teach you the formats that I use for my thumbnails, for my flyers, for just everything. I typically use it. Give it all to you. I love to take the class. Roberta, I think you did DM me on Instagram. I'll go through my Instagram here in just a little bit when I get off of here, and um, then I'll make sure that we get you set up. We get your date and time set up. Now, what you guys can do is you can take it with a group of people, or you can take it one on one. Totally up to you. Um, Chef Don Don, you are a natural at this, great interview skills. Thank you so much. Thank you. A lot of people be saying that. A lot of people be saying that. This why let me host a reunion. Let me host the reunions. Let me get them together. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm gonna drop the link. I can't be up here long, y'all, though. I cannot be up here long. But I am gonna drop the link, okay? And give y'all just a few minutes to chime in. And then we gonna get off of here because it's been a long day, okay? It's been a long day. Long day. Long day. Okay. I just dropped the link if you guys have something you'd like to say. You have something you'd like to say? Thank you, Francine Wayne, to the treasurer of the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. Ah,
Oh, wait a minute. Too
is this
much.
the first? Is this the first time they didn't ever seen us on camera together?
Is it?
I think it is. You know, sometimes we show our faces. I think it is.
First of all, oh, I know I'm probably loud as I don't know what because I'm on my laptop. First of all, um, I am proud of you. I watched both of your interviews. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this one because when I was doing Young Fresh and New while this one was going on, so I didn't really
Mhm.
see it from the beginning. But I'm gonna go back and watch it. But I was there for your Melody interview from start to finish, and like I said, I hurried up and stopped what I was doing with Young Fresh and New. And am I really too loud? Hold on.
I think you better now.
Am I
Oh,
better now? Am
y'all
I
mean
not?
I'm loud? Wait, I'm loud?
Someone said I was too loud. Every time I'm on my laptop, they be
That ain't
saying,
nobody but messy Chris saying that you too loud.
"Oh, okay, okay." But yeah, I
And
was
y'all
watching,
messy. Now
I
y'all
was
messy.
watching your interviews, and I said, you really did a good job. You are really made for this. And this ain't your first interview, okay? It's not. I know you did an interview before, and it won't be your last. You are good at this, and I think you should continue to do this and stuff like that. I've had a horrible day today, but I had to come up in here and show you some love. Had to,
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
because I know you would have done it for me. So.
Absolutely. 'Cause you know, I ride for you. I ride for you. See, this we not even finna get the people what they want. We not even finna get the people what they want because it's 439 people watching. We we not finna get the people what they want.
Like somebody in the chat said, this kind of friendship don't come in a box.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Unfortunately, it doesn't wonder. It doesn't come in a
No
box.
wonder.
A
No
wonder.
wonder.
I'll see y'all back there. I'm gonna let y'all up in just a second. I promise. I promise.
I ain't gonna be up here
Um,
long because I'm going live in a few minutes.
I know
But
you would. I saw it.
you must gonna watch.
I am
I
definitely. Why not?
was
Why
just,
not?
I'm just saying, even though my day has been rough, when I filmed with Caramel Real today, she just made me laugh the whole time we was.
And is, honey, and is, honey. That woman right there, it's so natural for her reads to just roll off of her tongue.
She is so funny. She's
She
so
is
funny. Like, I
hilarious.
didn't
She's
realize she was
hilarious.
so funny. Like, she was the very last person I filmed with today. She was so funny. But
Yeah, she's
but once
hilarious.
again, I ain't finna make that about that. But yeah, you really did a good job. Like, especially like your Melody interview, like that. It's like you came like literally prepared for that. And like you had literally just told me earlier today that you got the interview. I was at work and stuff, and I was standing up in that freezer, and I got that text message, and I stood there in the freezing cold in that damn freezer trying to text you back. I said, "Wait a minute now, where did the Melody interview come from?" Because I knew you was gonna do the KEKE one, but then it was like when you said the Melody interview, I said, "Oh, now that's the big one. Now
Yeah.
that's the big one now, right there. Like that's the big one." Like I was so proud of you though. Like I was
They
laying in
both
my bed watching this shit on my laptop, like, oh, look at him. He growing up. Look
uh,
at him.
not I'm grown up.
He growing up. He growing. He getting ready. Like you gonna be in a big league soon. Just keep
Hey,
doing what
I'll
you're doing.
take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Like you got my support. You got support from the people that I rock with, like T and Josiah. You got support from all of
For
them.
sure.
Like you got,
I appreciate it.
you got our support, little whippersnapper.
Not a little whippersnapper child.
And this has been a big day for you. You
It
know,
really has. It really has.
it's
But
been a big day for you.
the
I can
last 2
only
weeks has been heavy. So this was good. This was good.
what's so funny to me is this right here. I was just saying this a minute ago. I was like, it's funny how I've been having the worst day in the world, and he is having the best day in the world. It's
Well, I'll say this. I'll say this. The day started off extremely rocky. Um, with some personal things. Started off extremely rocky. This was even before I even got the email back from Mel.
hmm
I was like, you know what? Whenever my time is when my time is. It is what it is. It is
and
what
it
it
was your
is.
time.
And I honestly was like, I said, wait. Again, here I go manifesting things that I shouldn't be manifesting. I should be manifesting great
But it
things.
was your time, though. I mean,
And
it
it
was just
was.
like when I was sitting on your show and you asked me what was my dream interview, and I said Candy Burrs was my dream interview, and that's the person that I really want to interview. And then, literally, like a month or two later, I interviewed Candy Burrs. So
That's dope.
so I manifested that, just like you have manifested this, as you should. I mean, you're supposed to. You like whatever you want, you need to put it in the atmosphere that you are going to get it, and that's what you did, and you got it. Like you get, but the thing about it is, you get it when you least expect it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't get it when you want to get it, but you
Yes,
get it when you're supposed to get it, and that's all that matters. Because it's better late than never. It doesn't matter. You got it, and
that's
that's
true.
it. You know, you've had a rough 2 weeks. You know, it was you had the devil was working against you, and you came back strong with two big interviews,
Yeah.
and that's amazing. And
Manifestation is huge, y'all.
I can't do nothing but be proud in my red and black. So
Well, I appreciate you and thank you for your support. I had you yesterday. I'm still holding you down. Still holding you down.
listen, you don't understand. Like while I was like before, like after I got done filming with Caramel, I was on the phone
Mhm.
crying to Josiah, literally crying. And then I turned on your interview, and I was sitting up here like, oh my god, he's doing such a good job. Oh my god.
Listen, but and I'm gonna say this publicly. I'm gonna say this publicly since you
hmm
already here. Hurry up and say it before you have to go live. But um, you know, I- honestly, I think everybody knows how I feel about that man, and they know how I feel about people giving him a platform, right? And
We
that's
can
all
talk
I'm gonna say.
about that.
No. We're not fit to talk about it. I'm just letting you know
Oh.
that you did a great job. All the naysayers and all of that kind of stuff, don't worry about it. We good. We good. It's only up from here.
Yeah, it's just um I'm letting it get into my spirit, and it's fucking with my mental, and it's breaking me down. I
And I
will.
don't like that. I know that, and I don't like that. I don't like it. So anyway, we'll talk
But we're not
after
gonna do
your
this
live.
right now. This is about you. I didn't
You and
want.
I'll talk
Yeah, I didn't want
after
to
your
talk about
live.
this up here at all. Like,
Okay.
period. This is your day, and that's what matters. I don't want to
Absolutely.
make none of this about me. This is about you. This is about the Capricorn, not the Aquarius.
Here you go. We'd have been all
What?
right, but you fit to start throwing a little shade
I didn't throw
to the
any
caps.
shade.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
you
throw
you
any.
finna start. You finna start throwing shade to the caps. I already know you. You brought them up. There you go. See, I ain't know.
You didn't know what?
I wasn't gonna say I didn't know. I ain't. You know who? So take them shades off.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying, like, don't do me like that.
Well, before I get up out of here, y'all, because I do gotta go, because I'm going live in about 7 minutes. But not even 7 minutes, or like 9 minutes. Before I get off of here, because I know you letting other people up for a second, but Be sure to tune into my channel on Saturday because Chef Dun Dun is the very first guest on my new series called Young, Fresh, and New. He was the very first person. We talked for 20 minutes and we talked after the 20 minutes was over and before the 20 minutes even started. As you guys already know that already. We talk every day. I had to put that out there. Had to, in the words of Chef Dun Dun, Scotty got to let everybody know he be texting my phone and calling my phone. Yeah, I'm letting everybody know. But yeah, tune in. Tune in Saturday morning. It's at 11:15 Central, 12:15 Eastern, where he will be on Young, Fresh, and New, and then the Saturday after this one, Jeremy will be on Young, Fresh, and New. So yeah, y'all two favorites, Dun Dun and Jeremy, they're the first two people. And I'm about to go ahead and let you bring the rest of the people up, and I'm gonna go live in a few minutes, but I gotta get my clothes out the dryer first. So
Okay.
let me give you the peace sign like I did that other dude.
No, you don't give me like that. No. Why do you don't put me in that category with that man?
I gotta find some light in this situation. Like
Yeah, but that ain't it. Don't put me in the category.
I threw the peace sign at you in Young, Fresh, and New. What's wrong with that now?
I don't know. Maybe because we had to talk after that or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but don't give me no peace sign like you gave that man yesterday, child. That is not me over here. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God. And by the way, Young, Fresh, and New is pre-recorded. We filmed it last week. And tomorrow I filmed the very last one. So Young, Fresh, and New goes from Saturday and it goes into the new year. So, but I'm gone, y'all. I'm finna go and get ready to go live. I'll see y'all in the live chat when y'all are done over here. Shout out to you once again for your big interview with Melody Holt and Melody Cherie. I don't want to say the wrong name. And Keke. And I told you Keke was gonna answer your fucking questions. I told you that. I told you she's a good person to interview, period. But I talk too much. Bye, y'all. I'm gone. I see you.
I'll call you later.
All right.
Hey, too feisty. Hey, thick girl.
I came up here to complain.
Finally.
I came up here to complain. You have a lot of messy followers, and some of them were being very messy and rude in the chat. And I was just shocked at some of the behaviors, especially from Thick Girl. I couldn't believe she was behaving like that. During the interview, I just was so
What you
shocked.
ain't gonna do, because that was not Thick Girl. That was proper
And
thigh girl in the goddamn comments. That was not Thick Girl. That was proper thigh girl, okay?
I just couldn't believe some of the stuff y'all was saying during that interview. I don't behave like that, so
You a
it
lie.
was
You was
shocking to
with us.
me. And I
You
thought
were
we were
right
here to be
along with us.
positive.
Hey, Red Label Confessions and Reaction. What's up? What's up? There's some people up in the chat tonight. What's up with y'all? Black Titanic, what's going on? I did not see you in here. What's going on? That part, Scotty talk too much. Chris, let me address you on my channel, okay? Let me get the right voice on for you.
Chris,
Yes.
I'm calling you to the front. Come on. Cause I think you want the smoke. Do you want the smoke?
I think you
Chris,
do.
do you want this smoke? That's all I wanna know. Do you want this smoke?
Give it to him, because he wanted it.
Cause we can do it. We can do it if you want it. We can do it if you want it. We can do it if you want it. Child, he ain't ready.
Anyway, he ain't ready. Chris ain't ready. Y'all, I'm just joking with Chris. Chris be coming at me and Scotty chat, so I be having to get him together. And then when I don't speak to him in Thick Girl chat, he be like, I know you just saw me speak to you. You're not gonna speak back.
Tonight was awesome.
I actually had a lot of fun with Kiki.
You
That
know,
was
I
fun.
actually had a nice conversation with the Lord about this Wi-Fi, and He always comes through for me. I don't know about
You say,
y'all, but He always comes through for
hello
me. I ain't gonna never let y'all
to
sleep down on my God. Cause see how
Well,
that
thick
thing ain't
girl Wi-Fi
waver?
messing up.
It ain't
She need
see
to get her
that's because
Wi-Fi
she was being
together.
messy earlier. I'm trying to tell y'all, she was it was just deplorable how she was behaving down there. And I just had never seen no stuff like that before. Um
hey, too
you
feisty. What you're not
huh?
gonna do is have selected amnesia and act like you was Queen Elizabeth or goddamn Mother Teresa in that damn chat.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to slander me?
And don't act
Not
like you
slander.
didn't ask Kiki no goddamn messy questions when I did my interview with her, cause you did. You may have left early, but you was there long enough to get some messy questions.
That was a long time ago. You need to stop bringing that
That
up.
was Sunday,
Several days ago. You got to
like
stop
Don
bringing up
Juan told
old
me the
stuff.
other day.
You keep bringing up
It ain't
old
been
stuff.
that
You got to
long.
stop that. That's why we
Well,
cannot
you
Mm-hmm.
rise
try.
as a people.
Black
Well, that
folks
was old
always try
stuff.
to
That happened
round the
about an
time
hour
up.
ago.
Because we
Black.
stay so rooted in the past that we can't focus on the future. And that's the problem.
An hour ago
Well,
is the
thick girl,
past
let me
too.
tell y'all something. Thick girl like to round the time on stuff, right? So something we was talking about, and she was
That
like,
bullshit that
"That was
happened
that
last
was
week.
over." That's why I was trying to refrain from saying it. So she said something had happened, right? And she was like, "That happened over a week ago, y'all." I had just talked to her on like Tuesday, and this just happened on Friday/Saturday morning. What is you talking about that happened a whole week ago? Black folks always want to round up the time.
What you
Stop
not
it.
gonna do is keep divulging our personal information, our personal
I didn't
conversations
I didn't
on your
divulge
channel.
a personal conversation. I'm letting them people know what time it is because you didn't
No,
know what
you let
time it
them
was.
know that
You
I
didn't
talk
know
like
what
my
time it
mama.
was, and I had to
You
get you
may let them know
together
I talk
to
like
let
my
you
mama.
know what
And like
time it
all the
was.
old people do, they round it off. You can't remember you. We exaggerate, goddammit. That's all that was. Is that you and Scotty?
Oh, oh, oh. See, that's what I was
I'm
trying to
finna
tell
get
you
ready to end
about.
this live.
See, now y'all
Since
Cause
I like
slobbing
to
all
I'm
round
over
finna
me.
things
I'm
drop her
trying to
off.
tell you
down. I'm
about.
finna drop thick girl down
Since I like
because
to round things off.
I'm supposed to drop her down because that was a little disrespectful. Okay. I
I'm about to go. This is too much mess for me, and I don't do stuff like this. I just
listen,
wanted to
I
tell
need to go
you
join. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
this was a great interview. I love your interview voice. It really is so soothing. So that was really enjoyable for me. And I'm just proud of y'all. Y'all just been working so hard lately. I live for it. I really do.
Thank you. I
We
appreciate
work
it. And thank you
hard
for
for
your
the
support.
money.
Thank you for supporting. Like it's super dope that you baby, you be over here all the time. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Well, the content is awesome. So think you was getting ready to say something rude. Go ahead.
No, I did not. I said we work hard for the
Oh,
money.
I'm about to
Me
go
Work
too.
repent.
hard for
It's
it,
Me
been too
too.
much
honey.
going on lately. I'm about to go. Wait, hold
You
on.
know,
Who
you just
hosting
want
the
to keep
after
giving me a
party?
label. You just want to
Who?
keep giving me labels and
Oh
imaging
yeah.
me. You're not gonna keep
Who
imaging me everywhere we go.
who hosting the after party and we're gonna go out and wander voice.
And then the after
Scotty
party
just
after
said
the
that he
after
got to
party.
go live.
Oh yeah,
But that's not the
that's
after party though. That's another lie.
yeah, that's
I
another
thought it was
line.
about
What we
this.
talking about?
Oh, I thought it was about this.
The after party probably gonna be on Thick Girl channel. The Papa Thigh
No,
Girl
first
channel.
Nola, and I'm doing the after party.
Oh, that's right. Nola is going live.
Well, surely I'll let me know. I got my notifications turned on, so
Come on, notifications. Nola, is you still in here? Is you still in here? Renee, Renee, you messy. You messy. She said, bye, Shanita.
you were supposed to get Kiki's PO box so I could send this book I got over there to her.
I was supposed to get it.
Somebody got to ask her for a PO box so we could send this book.
Oh, let me
She always
ask
talk
her
about
real
stuff
quick.
that don't nobody know about. We always supposed to do something and don't nobody know about it but her.
Let me ask her real quick. What her?
I got a couple of books I want to send for her auntie.
What? How to get your family together in 15 words or less?
Brown bear, brown bear.
Oh,
Oh my God.
you want her to get those to Wanda.
See,
I understand.
I got a couple of them.
Francine shady too. Y'all shady. Y'all shady. And it's just toxic.
I'll
It's
never
just
deny it.
toxic. It's
I'll
toxic.
never deny it.
It's toxic.
But you sitting up there talking
It's
like the lady,
toxic.
but we messy.
It's toxic. You toxic. Okay?
I'm too high
You
classic
toxic.
for this. You're not gonna keep. I'm too high classic. Stop playing with me.
You just image. You just image.
Very.
Just stop being image of me.
No,
It's
that's you.
not a
That's
good
you
look.
too feisty. You image of me. That part right
You
there.
you image of me because I gotta close eyes and I gotta makeup eyes. And you mad. You mad. You mad. And
And
it's
don't
okay.
now one
It's
of them do
okay to
their
be
job
mad.
right.
Very
They
frustrated.
did. They slayed me at the reunion, baby.
Child.
How you doing? Hey, Destiny. Hey, Destiny.
Why would you put me on the goddamn camera when you ain't like you see I'm on the phone?
I'm sorry.
I'm leaving. I'm through. Bye. Goodbye. Good night, everybody.
But you do know those shrimp are raw.
Oh, no. I want some cooked squimps. Do y'all have some like a squimp salad? Y'all got something like that? Like it got tomatoes and lettuce and squimps and stuff on it. But
Yeah, and we
is the squimps deep fried? I want my squimps to be deep fried.
no we saute them for you.
I don't want no something. I want them cooked.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, listen.
I just be liking to have fun. Okay. I love y'all so much and I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for all the love today. You guys have been absolutely, absolutely amazing. To me, listen, if you happen to not catch the interview, once you do go play the replay, I will cut some of this up so that you guys can see it. But make sure you like this video on your way out. Y'all already know how to do it. I love you all and I
I'll be
appreciate the
live
down.
tonight.
Yeah, y'all know Thick Girl gonna be live tonight. Listen, if y'all like to bless the Cash App, you can. $ Chef Don 2 or via Venmo Chef Don 2 as well. Again, I appreciate all the love sent my way. And again, y'all, don't go to bed without getting y'all a scrimp salad. Okay, but make sure the scrimps on the salad is deep fried. Because if they ain't deep fried, they ain't cooked. Okay. Now
No
they got to be
saute.
deep fried. No sauteed, no steamed shrimps, no none of that. It needs to be some deep fried shrimps. Okay. Okay, Red Labels and Confessions. I don't know if you watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, but Miss Wanda, the somebody on the show had told her that the shrimp cocktail was raw shrimp. She told them people she wanted cooked shrimps, right? Well, the lady told her that they got something with some sauteed shrimps. She said, "Nah, I won't cook shrimps." Sauteed shrimp is not cooked shrimps. Okay. So get you a squimp Sally. You get your squimp Sally instead. Okay. Not no shrimp cocktail because the shrimps is raw. Get you a shrimp Sally. Okay. And you got to get you a wine cooler to wash it down.
After you come from the teller.
make sure you get you
And make sure
make
your
sure you
clothes
get
are
you
audit and your hair audit and your makeup audit got you slayed.
yeah.
Even though
What
they
kind
look
of
like
drink
they
this
can't
is?
dress.
What kind of drink this are?
Sex on the beach, baby.
What kind of drink this are?
I forgot to smack my lips real hard.
Yeah, what kind of drink this are?
Sex on the beach, baby.
Yeah, I love y'all again. I'm about to get up out of here because it has been a long day. And just so y'all know, I did eat, but I'm about to go indulge in some other food. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. I'm going to give y'all just a little bit of music to jig to because there's 354 of y'all up in here. Jig on to this music and I catch y'all. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow, Friday. I ain't done no messy show really all week. I get y'all a message show in the morning. All right, y'all. I see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Mm.